What is this place?
The Matrix, we're inside the system. It's player versus player out here, man. It's on the street. It's not easy. For every dollar you make, for every pound you take, you took it from someone else. You don't make money, you take money. People don't understand the way that money works. Every single pound in your bank is money you took from someone else.
And that's something very interesting to contemplate, I would say, physiologically and neurophysiologically, but also philosophically, and I would also say to some degree theologically.
Now, let's throw feminism into it, because women, let me tell y'all this, man. Chivalry is fucking dead and women killed it. So I'm teaching you guys how to be the asshole.
That's the real world. Now, maybe you have more than just some big tits. Maybe you're also a nice person. It's unlikely, but maybe you are.
Fears and ideas successful people use to separate you from them.
Okay, guys, so that hyperbole allows us to manipulate them. Ain't that nice?
Men live in a fact-based reality.
That's the axiomatic structure of the entire perception of
animals.
Gymnastics. Well, I wasn't
can't dodging the lasers.
I hate women.
Huh? What?
What? What do you... No, I thought that was the whole point of the...
No.
Okay, do it again. I'm sorry. Do it again.
What's going down, YouTube? What's going down? Welcome to the Blacksmith. Give me a quick second. 1 second. I don't want you guys to be interrupted because we're here for you, right? I had something very interesting that I wanted to take on today and talk about today, right? We're going to get into it. How's everyone doing? How's you two doing? Welcome down. So today's show, right? I was kind of curious. I was watching a few videos, the MOA podcast, right? And the discussion, this is not the first time this discussion happened, right? You know, women are asked, right? What is the expectations of a man financially? You meet a man, you date a man. Maybe you might have future interests as far as, you know, how this thing may take off, right? Take off. And what I mean by that is financially. What do you think is a comfortable number he should be at? I can give you a lot of answers, data, statistics. I have all that stuff. Been looking it up for a while. But this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to do this, guys. I'm going to do this for you guys, okay? I'm not going to just tell you. I'm going to show you. That's right. You know, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. He once said, build it while you fly it. When he used to say that stuff, it was like, you know, very interesting when he said that. So here, this is what I got for you. Right? Let's see. Build it while you fly it. Give me a quick second. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ladies and gents. So let's do this. Boom. All right. There you have it. All right. So let me see. Can we do this? Can you make this picture larger? We actually can, but this is what we're going to do. Interesting. There you go. Yeah, definitely. So we're going to let them talk about it. Let's see what these women have to say, how they feel about it.
What would you want his income to be?
I feel like this is gonna sound bad. I feel like 300,000.
I would have to say 127. Probably 150 to $250,000 a year.
$500,000. Is that bad?
150, maybe to 250,000 a year. It would be comfortable for sure.
I was just having this conversation with my friend.
And she was like, you have to manifest a husband, girl. Ideally, my husband needs to be making like $650,000.
So you said you want 500K, but what do you think the median income is for a 30-year-old?
60K? 70K?
It is $45,000.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah,
I think it's $250,000.
it's $52,000.
What? No, it's not. Damn.
There you have it. So what do you guys think, right? Let's get to it. Let's get down to it. Let's get to the brass tacks of it. Let's talk about it, right? So is this the average mindset for the average woman? Is this a delusional mindset? Is it not a delusional mindset? Well, this is 2023. Things are different, right? Hey, I'm an older man myself. I'm not like back in 1996. I'm fresh out of high school before I joined the Marine Corps, right? I was like 18, 19 at the time. This was before social media really taken off and people really got into it. They were so connected. Hey, what do you think? What's your experience? What's your experience? What do you think? That didn't happen that much, but that's what's happening today. These high expectations. Yes, people should have standards and people should always raise their expectations for the best things in life. My question to you is, if everybody are millionaires, who are going to flip the fries? Come on, man. Let's be honest, right? Like a lot of people talk about how they don't like McDonald's. Okay, let's take your favorite restaurant. What is for you? Five Guys, A&W Root Beer, Applebee's. Let me ask you a question. Who is going to put ketchup on your fries? Who's going to put cheese on your burger, right? Who's going to make your drinks? You up in Applebee's, right? You in TGI Fridays. They put your drink in a shaker. They shake it up. You sitting there with your date like, yeah, eating your little chicken wing, right? My question to you is, who's going to do those jobs? Like, if like ladies, if everyone's making that kind of money, who's going to flip the fries? But that's besides the point. My whole thing is this, and I can pull up stats. We're going to go into a more deeper podcast conversation on this. This is just quick and out of nowhere. I brought this up. But I will share these stats. What percentage of people do you think make 100K a year? I'll tell you what, I'll take it easy on the question. What percentage of people do you think make at least 75K a year? I'm not just talking about men. I'm not just talking about women. I'm not just talking about Asian, Hispanic, Black, Caucasian, white. Let's lump all of them together, shall we? In America, and I'm not talking about the outside world. Let's just focus on America. If I took all working men and women, 13% of everyone on average makes 75K a year. Only 13%. That boggles the mind, right? So what about the other 83% of the people who don't make 75K a year? Well, that trickles down. Some people make 60, some people make 50. You know how this goes. You take all working men of all Black, white, Hispanic. White men make somewhere between 50 and 52,000 a year. The average Black man makes between 44 and 48,000 a year. Women are the highest enrolled and graduated in college in the last 10 to 15 years. Let's say 20 years. Do you want to know what the average Black woman makes, even with these new degrees? Between 34 and 38,000 a year. Recently, I think a recent poll showed that they finally just climbed up to like maybe 40 or 41. But I have to look into that. So what I'm saying, not everyone's making 100,000. So the expectation of women for men to make a certain amount of money, no offense, ladies, you guys are not even making that kind of money. In general. Why are we speaking generalities? I'm not part of the general. I'm special. Look, at the end of the day, the government takes taxes. Where are you getting your statistics from? Well, I mean, you can go to different census bureaus, financial board, the DOA. They all carry some of the same statistics. Department of Finance, right? But when the government takes their taxes, the government's not going to lie to you. If the IRS says you owe, they want to know how much you make. Oh, Uncle Sam, Big Brother's coming for you, right? So the numbers are not that far off. So, ladies, if you guys not making that money, why do you expect someone else to make it? Oh my God, are you calling me hypocritical? But we're not going to get into that. Look, bottom line, these numbers are way off, delusional at best. Manifest, go to church, pray to God, all that Yahweh. Look, that's great, fine, and dandy. But if you don't put the work in, that stuff doesn't matter. Me personally, the way I look at it is, how about you come at this from a different approach, a different direction? Let me give you an example. Okay, the example is this. In the military, you can get a home, right? It's a voucher. You can get a home if you're in the military. You can get this particular voucher, and they can, in your behalf, help you get a first home buyer, right? And if you're a guy from the military, even if you're not in the military no more, you can still get this voucher. You know, a guy like me, I've been removed from the military a little over 20 years. And when you get this home, they require you to live in it for at least 1 year. Now, I want you to pay attention. After a year, you can move out and rent it, collect income. Either 1 year or 2 years, you can refinance, take the money, take the home itself, right? And invest and get another property. One becomes two. Another year or two, the most later, you can take them 2 properties, refinance, and go get another 2. 2 becomes 4. You kind of get how this is go. I'm kind of making it, I'm not going in deeper detail, but generally, right? Generally, this applies. There's going to be a lot of people who in the comments going to put, I disagree. I'm going to prove you wrong. Stop it, bro. Prove me wrong. You're not coming up with answers and solutions how to get to the problem. You just don't like what's said. So that's for you. If you're that kind of guy, the door's over there, buddy. But generally, this is how it's done, because the military knows that if you want to move out your place, sell it, do whatever you want, you got 1 year to make your payments. It's recorded in the recorder of deeds. You build equity in the property. The property itself, now you can use that to get other properties every year or every 2 years. This is what we call compounding interest. It starts to snowball. It was a small snowball, but as it goes down the hill, it gets bigger and bigger. And before you know it, you cannot stop it. 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 becomes 32, 32 becomes 64. You get the idea, ladies. What is the average length of time for a person to get a associate's degree or a bachelor's degree? 2 years and 4 years, right? So let's just say you take your average man. The average man that makes $50K a year, if you broke that down to hourly wage, I want to say that's like $24.50, something like that. I think I'm wrong. It might be $24.74. For you guys in the comment, do the math for me, put that down there. But with that being said, say your man's making $50K. Let's just say he's making $35K. And you got a 1-bedroom apartment. It's nice. It's cuddly, right? And you don't have to worry about rent. You went from your mom's and your parents' house or your roommate to, oh my God, I'm waking up every day and I don't have to worry about being homeless. Now you might look and go, oh, that kind of money, that's nothing. That's nothing. Well, how about, yeah, you can do it for yourself. Of course you can. For all those ladies out there who want to, disagree with me and say, well, I got my own job. I'm doing that myself. Shut up. I don't want to hear you. Well, I can go deeper. I could go, how many of you ladies have retirement between the ages of 55 and 65? How many of you guys got 200K saved up, even 100K? Less than 20%. Less than 10%. That's another whole story I'm going to give you. Trust me, these stats are right. The government's not going to lie. The government follows the money. Remember that. When the government follows the money, the numbers are going to be very close on point, because the government will jail you if they don't get their money. So they're not going to bullshit you. So for all them people who don't like stats, the government don't like you for being stupid. They're going to get their money. They're going to take the money out your ass. So the money, the stats are close to being real. Sorry. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at Uncle Sam. So with that being said, ladies, you get it from man. He pays the rent. You ladies invest your money because you want to support your man. Invest about $300 a month. maybe 4. I want to say $400 a month. Let's start with 400. Because the average cable bill, when you're paying cable, Netflix, and everything, you might pay between $300 and $400 a month. Within 3 to 4 years, you'll have about $18,000 to $19,000. You can take this and put your 10 to 20% down on an FHA loan. There you go. And then remember, I told you about compounding interest, rinse and repeat. Within 5 years, the average relationship lasts, back in the day, 10 to 15 years ago or longer. The average relationship would last about, 5, 7, 10 years. During this time, you're building a portfolio. You have about what? And I want to say your 3rd year, 5th year, 7th year, you should have more than 10 properties. Within 20 or 30 properties, you'll be bringing in the income of like $9,000 a month passively. $108,000 a month yearly. So these numbers, I've been doing these numbers. I've been messing around with numbers, sitting around excited doing boring numbers, and I've been doing this. So with that being said, women, before you want this already made guy fresh from Five Guys and McDonald's, you place an order, you get your food right away. It's hot, you like it. You didn't put in no work, right? You didn't go down to Domino's Pizza. You ordered the pizza. You weren't back in the kitchen making the dough, right? Throwing down the pepperoni, sprinkling the sausages. You don't care how the pizza's made. You just want it. That's it. So with that being said, is this, ladies, and I'm gonna go deeper into this. And the bottom line is this. And for the fellas who disagree, the bottom line is this: you can get it already ready made. Not everyone's gonna make $100K, but you can build with your partner to get to that lifestyle. Because see, women are all about lifestyle. Men know in general. A man can have a milk crate to sit on, sit in front of his TV and turn on the Xbox and play Call of Duty. He's happy, simple. He might want an occasional cheap beer and some chicken wings for $5 or $6.99. Sit back, relax, catch a contact, right? So with that being said, hey, that's it with that. So, but you guys tell me what you think. Matter of fact, I got something for you. Got a little treat for you. So this same show, right? And let me let's get into it. Because there's a show, I told you about the More podcast show, with Royal Tomasi and all that. Women are shocked when they find out the average income. Okay? Yeah, I know, right? So let's check this out. Boom. There you have it. Let's go check this out. See what they talk about. All right. Let me go ahead and do this. Can I do this? Let me see. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I like this way better. Let's do it like that. Let's get into it.
4.
John already knows.
Yeah.
Actually, what's funny is all those girls in that video, you don't want to know the income that fucks those girls.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
It's very
What do you think?
Yeah, right.
Why is that?
What would you want his income to be?
I feel like this is gonna sound bad. I feel like 300,000.
I would have to say 127. Probably 150 to $250,000 a year.
$500,000. Is that bad?
150, maybe to 250,000 a year would be comfortable.
What kind of stupid-ass question is this?
I was just having this
Stupid.
conversation with my friend, and she was like, "You have to manifest a husband, girl. Ideally,
You manifest her. Got it.
My husband needs to be making like 650,000.
So you said you want 500K, but what do you think the median income is for a 30-year-old?
60K? 70K?
It is $45,000.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
I think it's 250,000.
What?
It's 52,000.
What? No, it's not. Damn, America.
All right, real quick,
so there you go.
before we go on, ready, ladies, the average North American male in the United States is making how much a year? Allie?
38,000.
About that much. How much, what do you think?
Well, I mean, 40, right?
40? What do you think?
40,000.
40,000, what do you think?
I would say around 50.
50?
I'd say 38,
30?
40, somewhere in there, yep.
Yeah, about 40.
It's about 38. Okay, now the top 10% of wage earners in the United States make how much? What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Are we talking about the
400K.
1% here, or are
Top
we talking
10%. Top 10%.
80,000.
Huh?
400K.
400K, what do you think?
Sexual bunch.
Ooh, I don't know, 500,000.
What do you think?
150.
150, what do you think?
300.
300, what do you think?
80.
80? It's about 173,000. The top 1% of wage earners in the United States, what do you think they make?
I don't know.
No?
Well, man. 300K then, based on this?
What do you think?
Progression.
I don't know.
How much?
250.
4.
4?
John already knows.
Actually, what's funny is all those girls in that video, you don't want to know the income that fucks those girls.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
It's very
What do you
low.
think?
Yeah, right.
Quick, I'm asking you one more time. The top 1% of wage earners.
300.
It's about 450,000. Okay, now the thing is, I've done this show for a while. The first couple times we asked these questions, the numbers we got were outrageous. Girls are like, the average top 10% makes $5 million a year. I need a man who makes $10 million a year. How tall is the average man? He's 6'2". How many sexual partners the average man have? He has 25. The average man has about 4.
Public education.
I want to
guys.
say that
Public
if their net income is 5 million, well, they're kind of stupid. They should not declare that much.
Of course, they should not.
They should not be
Of
the
course, you're
top
correct, and
1%.
that's the reason why. But that's the thing. You understand that because you work with a company that buys real estate. Most people have no concept of that idea, and a lot of women, when they're talking about this, again, when we talk about don't understand male self-help, it's a function of he's got investments in real estate, he has investments in assets. She doesn't have any concept of that. It's just there's a pile of money, and she gets some of the money for the thing she wants, and there is no understanding of how the money was created. In your case, you're a vice president.
I actually have a very, I wouldn't say like, people say feminist. I have a very menist point of view on this matter, basically.
Based.
Right? Menist,
Oh.
yeah. I'm kind of pro-men on this.
You trained
as
her
well, too.
right.
Because I trained myself right, thank you very much.
Oh, you guys are not sexist couples?
No, we're not sexist
I thought I'm at the Red
couples.
Pill House.
No, we're at the First Amendment House. By the way, can you two move closer to Zarko, please? Thank you.
Yeah, what I was going to say is that
after having seen that video, do you have a different opinion on what Zerko was saying about how women are gold diggers?
By the way, like you guys, again, half of you have been on my show before and you've seen the show before. The girls, whenever they have not been on the show or they've not been on Fresh and Fit, they come in there and it is $5 million every fucking time. My boyfriend needs to make $500,000 a year. That is 1% of wage earners in the United States that make $500,000 a year. But the reason is, specifically in Las Vegas, for those of you who live in Las Vegas, when we go out to see Drake at Excess, every table's $100K. So you start to believe that's what men are. And you also are surrounded by a bunch of dudes fake Paddocks and rented Lamborghinis, and you start believing that that's what the world is. Like you said, perception
But it works.
is reality.
The fake
Yes, it works.
Rolex gets your dick sucked. The fake, I know a guy who photoshops Lambos in his Instagram photos, and it works for him. Faking you're rich works. That women
How
do not.
desperate.
Well, I mean, that's a winner.
That's desperation.
men or women?
Oh, I meant the guy.
No, that's a
I mean,
businessman.
women
That's
too,
a
I
bus-
feel like.
No
No,
liability.
Women too. No, but women too. I think it's a problem. It's
Mike, no
kinda
liability. liability off the lot. That's a businessman. Fantasy Ferrari.
Hey, you know what the depreciation for one day with a Lamborghini is? 0. That's correct.
Hey, you attract what you are.
You know what I'm saying? And you get to write it off on your taxes. You tell your accountant.
I'm not saying he should marry him, but it's great farming experience like that when she thinks you're rich.
When you have a fake watch, do you write that off on your taxes? That like you tell your accountant you got your dick sucked? Is that how that works? You explain that to your accountant that way?
You have a fake accountant.
Is that what it works? That's fucking hilarious. That's so good. All right. So did we have any questions? Because I know you had another clip that you wanted to play here.
I just wanted to go around and say, do you have a different opinion of what he was saying? He's putting in terms of like a gold digger. Like when I talk about gold digger, it's just a girl who is giving up the game. Like women love opportunistically, men love idealistically. And I'm using opportunism in like the most like clinical definitions I can, okay? What I mean by that is women are looking for the long term. They're looking for long-term security because from the ages like 18 to 28, that's their window to lock down a guy who, for the rest of their lives, is going to provide financial security, emotional security, babies, be a loyal, dependable, whatever, off into perpetuity until they become like 80 or 90 years old.
Right? You're saying they invest a lot. Women invest a lot when they get the wrong guy.
They need long-term security, longer in life. Then they have to like the 10-year window to consolidate on that.
I love that you said that's the most desirable man on earth with paycheck, with status, with looks. Ronaldo.
Yeah, Cristiano. And
Cristiano Ronaldo, not Ronaldo.
MSC too.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah.
MSC.
All women on earth need to know. This is a billionaire, by the way. All women on earth need to hear this. He picked up a minimum wage, the McDonald's worker at the Gucci store. That's who he married. So when women say, I make so much money, what you're really saying is all those Ronaldo types don't want you. Don't leave Starbucks for OnlyFans. Get my Frappuccino and you'll get a Ronaldo.
So what are you guys thinking? I do apologize about that. I was talking earlier. And you guys couldn't hear me. What I said earlier was this. That lady said something about, well, that's desperate what men are doing, like kind of faking it just to get women. And I was saying earlier that, well, don't women do the same thing when it comes to butt injections, tummy tucks, crazy surgeries? They're getting that little elastic band that goes inside their stomach to lose weight to attract the opposite sex. Right? They're trying to attract the opposite sex. I'm saying success. I meant attract the opposite sex. Excuse me on that one. But you get what I'm saying, right? And yes, it'll be better if men didn't look at women as walking vaginas and women didn't look at men as a walking wallet. That's how life should be. We should build, love, and treat each other or one another very well. That's not happening. Not in today's time. I want to believe, right? I kind of want to believe that people in general, in their heart of hearts, even the bad people want to change and want better. Now, they might not want to work hard for it, but they do want better, right? Like they might not want to do the right thing to get it, but overall, it would be nice to be in a clean life. You get what I'm trying to say? But I could be wrong. Like, comment down below. Let me know where I'm wrong at. I could learn, because even at my age, and I'm an older guy myself, I have so much learning to do, so much forging. The more I know, what I come to learn is I really don't know a lot, right? I'm learning every day. I'm still growing. I'm still forging. It's like them old medieval movies. He's taking the sword and he's forging it to the fire. Ooh, ooh, right? He's forging in the fire. That's how every man should be. From 16, 18 years old to 70. I don't care if you're a man that's 70 years old. You have a lot of forging to do, right? As a man. But you let me know how you feel about this, how you feel about women, the concept of how much money they make. Is it realistic? There are women out there right now, and I have one. Hold on, let me show you something. Let me get this. Let me get this. So I have a woman, right? Her name is Kathy, right? She hit me up. She said, this is what she said. Here it is right here. I have it right here. And she said, my husband makes $120K a year. She makes $40K a year. We live a good life. My question is, what do they bring to the table? Wow. Well, for starters, and Kathy, I hope if you ever see this or if you ever join the morning podcast that we're doing, let me explain this to you. I want to share something with you guys, okay? Let me share this with you. One second. I got something to share. You guys are going to like this. Maybe. Maybe not. You might not like it. One second. It's interesting that you say that. Very interesting. Look, for a lot of you guys, so for you men out there, how's your faith? For women, how's your faith? Like, has any of you guys ever went to church? Or anyone Muslim here? Any atheists? Comment down below. Now, for the people who do go to church, who actually, you don't have to be perfect, but who agree with a lot of things in the Bible, what it says, like thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not destroy, thou shalt not covet another man's girlfriend. Well, not girlfriend, but wife, okay? Thou shalt not knock on the window and take another man's woman out. Like, hey, girl, what's up, right? Look, Proverbs 11:2, when pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. It says in Psalm 75, to the arrogant I say, boast no more, and to the wicked, do not lift up your horns, do not move your horns against heaven, do not speak defiantly. No one from the east or west or desert can exalt themselves. Fear the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy. This is Psalms 8:13. The evil way and the forward mouth do they hate. What is that saying? For every woman out there who says, I got my own house, I got my own car, I got a husband who makes this money, I make this money, we live a good life, what do you guys bring to the table? Why would you boast? Let me ask you a question. Is God an idiot? I got something better. I just read that up the good book. And for the people who ever been to church before, and that's in a good book, and I'm not saying I'm your pastor. You can say, oh, the hell with this guy, click, dislike. I get it. Remember, I've been to church just like you. What I'm trying to say is it says don't be boastful, don't be arrogant, don't be proud. So when we tell people what we got to shut other people up, is that what we do? Is that the right thing to do? Is that what we're supposed to do? I got my own house. I got my own car. You can't tell me shit. I don't need a man. This is the kind of money I want. This is what I expect. This is my standards. My question to you is your standards humble? How can you claim to be humble? Girl, I'm humble. I got my grandma. I got my family. I got my God. I'm humble. Hey, what about your standards? You got to make $500K. You ain't get no pussy if you don't make $500K. Really? Really? Look, where I'm going with this. Look, bottom line, we need some reflection, right? We need to really peel back some layers on the things we think, the way we live, and what we talk about. I'm not saying you have to have standards in the bottom of the barrel, trash standards. No. You just can't be triggered and get mad, right? When we have these tough conversations, because we got to have it. Like, how do you feel? Do you disagree with me with the things I'm saying? Comment. Let me know, because maybe I'm wrong. Help me learn, right? Help others learn. Your voice is important. I could talk to you all day, but what do you guys think? And these things are important. These conversations are, because in this nation, right, we live in America. Remember, we live in a nation that came from back in the day of World War I, World War II, Vietnam, a great nation. We used to be AAA credit back in the 1950s and 60s, well, 1940s. After the war with Germany, with the Nazis, we had AAA credit because of what we did. Just recently, I want to say ever since Obama, or maybe 2008, we went from AAA credit to AA credit. Horrible. The American dollar has dropped. Right now, we're living high off the horse, ladies. What you gonna do when the big bad wolf knocks at the door? When you're saying, I don't need a man, these are my standards, I expect this kind of money, you don't owe me anything, you can't tell me nothing. Well, that big bad wolf come knocking at the door talking about is, I ain't gonna use the R word, it's grape time. I'm ripping clothes off, I'm coming. You'll be looking, calling the police, where's the man that helped me? Where's the man that helped me? But you don't need a man. I have standards. This is the kind of money I need before you can even date me. But you want a man for free. Oh, I mean, entitled. I mean, slavery. I mean, I'm sorry. What? Look, man, look. I'm just saying this, man. Our mental got to get better. Cooperation amongst the sexes got to get better. We got to love and treat each other better. I know I'm being a little sarcastic. I'm being a little obtuse. I know. But I have to be able to get your attention because we have to stop this. I get it. All you men ain't shit. Well, for men, for a lot of men out here in these different spaces that we're talking, right? Getting mad at women. Look, fellas, you got to better your lives. That goes for me too. And I got to do better. And for the women, you got to pick better. Yeah, I said it because you can't only be picking your type, right? You take 10 men. And on average, all of them, you're not even attracted to. Every once in a while, for every 10 men, 1 or 2 might be attracted, you might be attracted to them for like a date. And now them 2 out of 10, 1 of them you might be intimate with. 1 out of every 10. Right? What about the other 9? So when you say all men ain't shit, you're talking about all the men you keep picking. The other 8 or 9 don't even get a chance with you. All the other women follow suit. All the other women say no, just like you. Yo, this rabbit hole gets deep, right? I know what you're thinking. Hey, Raz, how we go from women expectation on money, now we're talking about this and talking about that. Well, in this world that we live in, there are 2 things that matter to men and women the most. Even if you disagree, I know you're wrong because it'll slap you in the face. Go to your local bank. Go to a local baddie, a fine female who's really cute. Sex and money, money and sex. This is a duality. My channel is built on duality. Or you would like to call it yin and yang. I like them both. So duality, sex and money, money and sex. Women do not give sex and money away for free to nobody unless they love you. Men, even with men who have high standards, who are very careful, men are still givers and they would love to give away their sex because men love sex and give away their money because a man has a hard time showing discipline to a pretty woman. Even the strongest men will break. Women give it away, men don't. Women take, men are givers. That is the bottom line. It don't sound good. It definitely don't sound good for women to be takers. They look like more like opportunists. There's an old saying, women are opportunists, men are idealists. And I don't mean opportunists like in the way of like he said, Rolo said it, the clinical way, the more defined way. We're not saying women are bad. Women are just survivalists. They're doing the best they can. So let's not judge women. Let the creator be the judge. But for men, we got to stop judging them, fellas. And for ladies, you got to stop judging men. If you're going to be critical, at least bring something to the table, options on how one can build from one step to the next. You can't say you're a loser. How about you say you're a loser and this could help you? How about you try this? Right, that help. But I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong, right? Let me know if you disagree, which that's fine. That's cool. I have no problem with that. Disagreements help people learn. And if you disagree, you can learn how maybe you're wrong. And maybe the way you thought you saw it is not really how it should go. It wouldn't benefit you. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to touch upon that. I wanted to talk about it with you guys, dive deep into it. And I was just curious, right? So you tell me what you think. But until next time, right? Because every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll do the best I can to be up early in the morning and talk with you on what's going on. And on Fridays like today's Friday at 3 p.m., I'll definitely be on as well. I'm in Chicago, Chi-Town all day, baby. Central Standard Time, you know. But until next time, we'll talk again. You guys be safe. Welcome to the Blacksmith. Let's do it.